That'll do it. That'll just about do it. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to TMPG. I'm, of course, your humble host, Thunder. I wonder if I even need to do that anymore. Maybe I should just start my recording. I don't think I need the, hey, what's up? Because usually there's nobody here for it. What's up, Bo? How's it going, buddy? Bro, I was just at the park getting bodied, bro. I jumped to you, but then you were on East playing on the catch-em court, and I was like, fuck. And then I tried to get a game over there on the East just to wait it out, and lagged out. And I was like, okay, so it's going to be a fucking difficult little shithead bitch. Okay, got it. So then I went back east, or went back west, and had two fucking selfish point guards in a row. And I was like, okay, bro, this. I pretty much can't grind that game unless I'm live, I think. Because then, at least when I'm live, I can get homies to help, you know? Like, playing with randoms, I don't know how you do it. I guess as a center, it's probably easier. All right, so what we're doing today is, but bro, I want to pull my fucking hair out sometimes with these kids at the park, dude. I don't know how you grind a lot. I don't know how you grind all the time, assumingly with randoms, because, like, some of these kids, bro. All right, so we're going to go back to Mississippi. We haven't finished this map off yet. We got to keep unlocking it, unloading? Why did I say unloading? Unlocking this map. We just have this little bit here to explore. And then we can just do some general hunting, which is going to be fun. But off rip, let's start by going over here. Bro, I'm really loving that 2K, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really enjoying that game. Like, it's very good. It feels like old school 2K again. It really does. But that's why it's even more frustrating when I catch bad teammates. Because I'm like, bro, this game's so good. Like, why do I got to have shit teammates? This game is so good. I mean, admittedly, sometimes I'm the bad teammate. So, it's not always the other guys. But, like, I'm getting defensive stops. I'm getting turnovers. I'm catching rebounds, snagging rebounds over big men. I'm moving the ball when I do get to touch it. And you get those motherfuckers out there that are like, let me dribble for 23 seconds and throw up some shit. And sometimes they're shooters. Sometimes they can score. But, bro, when they can't, it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? All right, what's the volume on this? Came in hot with a rant about 2K right off the bat. Yeah, I love this 2K. It's so good. It's such a good 2K. That's the part that is the most depressing. It's like, it's so good that it's like, God, why are these kids still trying to play like it's 2K20 or 2K21? They're still trying to play like that when we could go back to playing like 16, where fucking ball movement and maybe a high screen every once in a while, or an alley-oop once in a while, but mostly ball movement gets you W's. Why? I don't know. These kids only know how to play the 2K20, 2K21 kind of basketball, where it's like, you better be able to ISO and air out a 3 from 30 feet or else you can't win. You know, on those bullshit games where that was pretty much the case. Let's be frank. Let's be completely honest about it. Like, these kids are still playing like it's 2K2021. This is 22 and it's on the 4. The 22 version on the 4 feels a lot more like 17 or 16 to me. And on 17 and 16, that shit wasn't really a thing. I mean, there were dribble gods for sure. Dribble gods was still kind of a problem at that point. But, I don't know. These kids are playing like it's 2 years ago. It's like, bro, this game is beautiful. Like, I don't know. I'm being a crybaby. Why won't anybody let me catch and shoot? Probably because I don't hit the first shot. That's the other problem. Like, when you play with randoms, if you don't hit the first shot, they're like, oh, I've given up on you. It's like, fuck, come on, dude. I'm good. I swear I'm good. I just missed my first one. I'm warming up. Let me warm up. Oh, so annoying. Is that a bear right there? That's a bear right there. Bro, let's start off strong with a bear right in the chest, dude. That was a clean shot to a bear right off the rip, dude. I don't know. I'm really working on my second build. Like, I'm working on my second build hard. I have a playmaking build. Point guard. Tiny point guard. That is going to be an unbelievable passer. Our pick and roll is going to be nasty, I'm going to have Hall of Fame alley-oop. Our pick and roll will be stupid, bud. And he's exactly the kind of player people will like be jumping up and down at the opportunity to block. So I'll be able to make people bite heavy. He's 5'8", mid-range playmaker, heavy on the fucking playmaking, pretty good on the defense for his size. I'll probably be able to get into the passing lanes, get some, you know. But bro, I think he's going to be a great park/rec build in that it's time for the rebirth of the unselfish point guard, bro. Because this game is good enough that an unselfish point guard could do some damage. Do you know what I mean? A mid-range shooting unselfish point guard, dude, could do a lot on this 2K. I mean, to be fair, a good shooting point guard can do a lot on this 2K. Like a good shooting point guard could always do a lot, right? But like this game is good enough that like old school basketball can body. Plus, he's so fast at 5'8", bro. So fast. I'm hoping I'll be able to annoy the shit out of these fucking zigzaggers, dude. Because like you're never really gonna, with any luck, you'll never get far enough away from me. Hopefully, this is all hopefully right now, but my hope is that they won't be able to get far enough away from me because I'll be like my acceleration's 99. Like I'll be able to make up that distance so fast that like I'll still be able to at least get a contest. You know what I mean? But I mean, I can't really get a contest though at 5'8", though, can I? Fuck, I don't know. I just, man, we need a fucking point. We need point guards that can pass at the park, bro. Because then the park could be so much fun. Is that the bear right over there? It is. Bro, but I have this idea, is all I'm saying, about my baby point. My baby point could potentially be a game breaker, bro. No, he's not. Listen, he's going to bronze. Whoa, that's cool. Did they put in something new? Why is that all actually the color of bronze now? That's dope. That's new. Was that an update? That never used to have an actual metal like color to it. That's pretty cool. That's a big dream, bro. I have one. I'm building one. It's gonna take a while though. I don't have any badges or anything. I might start doing a series during the week. I mean, once Wonderlands comes out, I'm gonna be playing that a lot. But I have a few weeks here. I might start doing like career mode grinding with him during the week because he has 30 passing badge points, bro. It's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be actually dumb. I'll be looking for the high screen. You know what I mean? I'll be looking for the pick and roll. John Stockton, Karl Malone. Oh, is what I'm envisioning. It's on some John Stockton shit, except for if he was the size of, Isaiah Thomas, basically. Not old school Isaiah Thomas, the new one, you know? It's like, what if Julian Newman, you know, that kid that everybody was all hyped up, that like turned out to be too short to play ball? Like, what if Julian Newman was a pass first player instead of an air out of three from 30-foot player? Is essentially the idea. And I think the fact that he's 5'8" is going to make people at the park go, "Oh, fuck this little fella. I'm going to fuck this little fella." You know what I mean? Like, people are going to, like, it'll get people's dander up. Because they'll be like, "Hell no, this little fucking 5' nothing isn't going to, show me anything." Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are going to be really try-harding on defense against me because I'm just a little tiny fella. If I go anywhere near the hoop, everybody's going to be just turboing in there to fucking try and get a block on me because fuck you, little guy. Like, no little guys get to go to the rim, like kind of shit. I'm hoping he's just he's triggering to other teams. His size, I mean. Of course, once they figure out I'm just passing, it's going to be difficult. But I'm going to find a mid-range with him. There's space in between the three-point shot and the rim where, like, if you just create a little separation, I think I can still get a midi off, dude. And he's got really good mid-range, dude. His three's okay, but it's not like I wouldn't count on it, But it's exciting because as much as I love my build I have right now for the park, it's a good park build. It's a great defensive build. These point guards out here are pissing me off. They really are. There was a time where you could run a fucking nasty pick and roll game or, just a penetration push game that would make teams fucking want to quit. That's what I want to do. he may never be that viable. If I'll have to do a recording of his career mode at some point this week because like on career mode I'm like I can't get. I mean he's at almost 80. He's got good attributes. I can't get even like 10 points a game. I mean I'm not getting the minutes to be fair, but like defensively even against the computer I'm getting shook up a little bit. And I mean I don't have his badges yet or anything, but to be fair I have some though because he is my rebirth. But he's a real liability defensively for sure. But when am I not a liability defensively? I don't know. I'm gonna talk my way into and out of this build all at the same time. But if I have to, I'll make a point forward. It's not like I'm broke or anything. You know what I mean? At some point, maybe I'll make a point forward. Apparently, point forwards are really good this year. G was saying that day one, but I was like, no, we're going a different way. I had a different idea in my mind. I was like, I want to do all the things I'm not good at. There we go. Why is that a warning call? Oh, because of the wind? Is he smelling me? Maybe he's smelling me. He's moving away from me. The echo's getting smaller, dude. I need to go this way so that the wind's not his friend. Yeah, I don't know. It's annoying, dude. All the point guards at the park are just well, not all, but I mean to be fair, the good ones, because all these dudes have like high park ranks and max builds and stuff. It's like I get it. This is what you do all day. You come in here and you fucking hold two people hostage that are on your team and infuriate three people that are on the other team, and you just dance around, and find your three. It's like I get that, dude, and a lot of them are really fucking good at it. Like I get that that's kind of becoming the meta, dude. Like if you're good at it, that can win you games at the park. None of that is lost on me. It's just, God, that's selfish, you know. I mean, and if we know your boy Thunder at all, like my two favorite basketball players are two of the most unselfish basketball players to ever play, dude. In John Stockton, the assist leader all time, and Dennis Rodman, the guy who literally would actively try not to shoot. You know what I mean? Captain rebound. Like, let me do all the other things. Yeah, I could score, but let me go do all the other things. So everybody else can score. Those are my two favorite players. So you can imagine a park full of fucking shoot first, pass to a teammate if you have to, second or third option players. It's got to be. I mean, it's so annoying to me. So annoying to me. I went up, bro. One of the games I was playing this morning, I went up against they had me on the big because I guess I was the tallest, small forward. I was the tallest guy the biggest guy on the team. I was playing with two guards who were taking turns zigzagging. It's like super annoying. Whoever I passed into, that person would just like wait in the back court till they could like walk it up and then like start zigzagging. And then I was like, oh, this guy's a zigzagger. I'm gonna pass to the other point guard. Pass the other point guard. He waits till he can walk it up the court and zigzag. I'm like, fuck, both of them are zigzaggers. I was like, crap. All right, well, I have zigzag. But anyways, I was guarding the big on defense, and I think he was a pure post scorer because he started doing like the L2 spins and stuff on me. I'm like, bro. He was like hooking me and turning corners on me, and I couldn't. Oh, it was annoying me. Usually, I can like be a disruptor. What's the word I'm looking for? I can be a little bit of a nuisance down on the block, even though I'm like wildly undersized, right? Like a big man can eventually push me under the rim and get that dunk, but like I can make it difficult, right? I can slap at the ball. I can, get underneath them if they're going to just do a pure turnaround. But this guy was like doing a full like post score. He got his post score pop tap and eventually, and he had his his takeover or whatever, and he was like literally doing post moves, bro. I was like, oh, this guy's annoying. He was making me feel real bad about myself, and then I had to like remind myself, yo, you're a small forward guarding a center. Like it's gonna be okay. Like nobody's expecting you to lock this guy up. But I was like, this is annoying, dude. But I only mentioned it because I hadn't seen a post scorer at the park, like at all. Like I feel like that they got nerfed all the way out of the game when the takeover got like completely nerfed out of existence. Basically, remember when the post scoring takeover was like a full clear out, where it's like there's no way you can get back near the ball, like just, and everybody was just like, and it's just, bro, that was so cool. I had a post score when that was the case. It was dope. Anyways, that's how it felt at the park today. I was like, feels like old school post scorer is back. But I think it was just the matchup, you know? I was just too small to defend him down there. And he had too much post moves. Okay, now that I've caught a good angle here, let me see if I can call in that deer that's over there because I've got a god tier angle right now. Yeah, it's the defensive part what's really concerning me. The defensive part where the zigzag happens when it's a full clear out and zigzag, that is a little bit concerning for me. Also, I don't think my guy will ever be able to get over a screen. So, in that way, it's going to be pretty annoying for me too. Especially since he's 5'8" and he can't really contest. Even if he's right in your face, he can't really contest. So that's a concern for sure. But yeah, pretty much anytime I go to the park to like get some games when I'm off stream or whatever, just to like try and get a level up or two, especially right now since there's double XP and everything. It's just I'm just reminded that wow, point guards don't know how to be point guards anymore. Steph Curry has ruined the video game version of basketball. He hasn't ruined the pro game. That's like giving him way too much credit. But I do think Steph Curry has completely polluted the minds of all these 12-year-olds that play the video game version of basketball. And now everybody thinks that's what a point guard is. I mean, to be fair, the video game makes it really easy for that to be the case too. They're leaning into that, and then why wouldn't they? He's a very popular player, right? But bro, there's one deer over here that's been giving me an attitude. I circled around it, got the wind out of the equation. I called it with my calls. It's a nice open field. Like, of course, when I have a perfect advantaged position, this deer doesn't want anything to do with me. But when I'm over there in the, wide open, completely compromised, it's real happy to talk to me. Gotcha. Meanwhile, I gotta go that way for my outpost. All right, we're giving up on that one. Yeah, we're giving up on that one. God, it's a good game though. It is a good game. It's under my skin. It's like 2K's under my skin again, which is really cool. It's fun to have a good basketball game, man. I missed it last few years. I really miss not having a good 2K to play. I still want to grind my build though. I need to get my build capped out, like my perimeter defender build. I need to get it capped out. I feel like getting the build capped is like, I feel like people aren't making that as much of a priority since the whole like park, seasons thing has started happening. 99 like isn't the goal anymore, But it's still my goal. I still want to have a capped character so that like that VC doesn't. I always feel like I can't spend my VC because like, oh, what if I level my guy up and then I need that VC to buy the attribute points or whatever. Like I need to get the last handful of attribute points from my guy so that I can just put that idea away. So that's the other problem. It's like I want to grind my point guard build because I think it'd be really funny to have like a tiny little point guard at the park and make people crazy. Because I have an idea of how that would be really annoying for people that play against me and really fun for people that play with me. Because of all the I'm going to give people real good opportunities to hit shots and play good basketball. Because like I will not be looking to shoot. I don't look to shoot that often anyways, but like I'm really not looking to shoot with that point guard build. But then so I want to grind that build, but then I need to finish off my small forward build so that I can just have the VC. You know what I'm saying? Feel like got to finish dinner before I start dessert type vibe. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I was gonna, instead of the cracking the coffee this morning, I cracked the coffee. Obviously, we're doing the caramel macchiato like I like. Instead of cracking coffee this morning, I did buy a Red Bull in case I needed to do some grinding because I knew it was dime time weekend. I was like, if I need to grind some 2K, I'll get a Red Bull in case I need it, like in case of emergency. Crack Red Bull, go ham. I brought the Red Bull out here and sat it down on the desk and everything. I was like, I might crack a Red Bull, record 2K this morning, like Sunday morning, and I was like, But then I was doing a couple warm up games before I would go live, and had such bad games. I was like, the teammates, and I was just like, I wasn't hitting my shot, and I was like, it was frustrating me. Plus the time of the day, like there's nothing but like unbelievable sweaties on this early in the morning, right? Like you got to be dedicated to be on this early in the morning. So, and I got to do laundry later. I might just do some 2K later, while I'm doing laundry. But yeah, so I had the Red Bull on the desk. I had the whole thing. I was like, we're gonna do a 2K at 5 in the morning. Like that'll be cool. That'll be interesting. See if I can't catch some random people and. But bro, the games were so bad. I went and put that Red Bull back in the fridge, and now I'm hunting. I was like, we're gonna hunt. It's not working out. We're gonna hunt. I would not have wanted to record the kind of anger that was flowing through me as I was playing those park games this morning. I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? But that's the interesting part. That's the sweatiest of the sweaties. The sweatiest of the sweaties, to me, are the most annoying people to play with. Not even just against, but to play with. Because they're just fucking self-serving as shit. You know what I mean? Like, the one guy I was playing with, I think was like a level 36 already. So he was damn near to 40. And he was playing like he just needed to get what he needed to get done. And we were just out there to watch him. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, that's so... I feel like I'm talking in a circle, but that's so selfish. Like that's the opposite of basketball, bro. That's like actually not the point of the game. I don't know. Maybe I'll grind some point guard later. Career mode grind. People don't generally like to watch that too much. But people do drop in and say hi. There is that. But truth be told, I made a new jumper for my perimeter defender. I need to start getting comfortable with it. I got off of that Larry, what did I have, Larry Jerry? What was I rocking? I don't even remember. Was it Gay Larry? It might have been Gay Larry. But anyways, I had that Larry Bird, Rudy Gay. It just wasn't working, bro. Like, at the park, it didn't snap like it needed to snap. So I went with another white boy. What? I'm doing a Luca G. Like, Luca, 60%. Rudy Gay, 40%. With like jump shot 2 or something, I think. I don't know. I did, it was a nice. It looked really pretty, and I put it at full speed. Because I think that's the other thing, bro. Playing on a 75 release at the park, bro. Uh, no, you never have that kind of time unless the team you're playing against is absolute trash. So I think I got to get comfortable with the faster release. Bro, this is gonna be a whole stream full of me talking about 2K. Might as well have just played 2K, but I don't know. I got to get to level 19. I gotta. It's fun to play for the first time in like 4 years. You know, forgive me, but 2K's on the mind. I don't know. I don't know. Zigzag shouldn't be viable. They're really shitting on their own game with that. Because as much as I hate a team that high pick and rolls, I can respect a high pick and roll. Because at least that takes two people to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no selfishness in a high pick and roll. The big man's got to set the screen correctly. The point guard's got to run off the screen correctly. Spacing's got to be correct. The timing's got to be right. I've seen a lot of people run bad pick and roll, right? It's pretty easy to stop a bad pick and roll. If you have a really good pick and roll, it's nasty. Like, it breaks your heart as a defender. You're like, fuck, this is, oh man. You know what I mean? Like, you can defend it. I've seen G and O have defended it before. I've seen that. That was fucking fun to watch because there is a way to stop it. It takes everything. You got to be perfect with your defensive coverage and your side of the pick and playing up and communication or whatever else. But like, bro, it's possible to do it. Is my point. With Zigzag, it's like, dude, you're just putting. It's gross, dude. And it's selfish, and I don't know. I just wish it wasn't in the game, you know? Oh, those are flowers. Okay, I thought for a second those are fucking deer. I don't know why I thought those were deer, but... I mean, it's as annoying as Dribble Gods were in 2K16. We all pretend like 2K16 was a perfect game. It wasn't perfect. Dribble Gods were annoying. If you could just spam dribble moves, you could get wherever you wanted to. You could waste the whole clock. People were doing that. People had whole YouTube careers off of dribble godding. They'd spend all day at the park just fucking holding two teammates hostage. This speech I'm giving right now is the same speech I used to give on 2K16 when I'm like, you're holding your teammates hostage. Why would anybody want to play with somebody who's a dribble god? It's super fucking annoying. Like, I would get super annoyed. You get your ankle snapped if you're guarding them. I used to make a point guard back then, so I was like, I'd be getting my ankle snapped all stream, and I'm like, this is fucking so stupid. I was like, okay, let's find another court. This dribble god's annoying. So it's not like this is a new problem. That's the part that's disheartening the most when you really think about it. When you really, really, really dissect it and break it down, the part that's most disheartening is that, like, this has been a problem for 12 years and they haven't been able to fix it. Not 12 years. How long? Is it 8? 8 years. For about 7 or 8 years, this has been an issue in one way or another. So, yeah. There's no evidence that they've ever, short of the stretch big. The stretch big they nerfed out of the game, right? They fixed the stretch big conundrum to a degree, right? Like, remember when everybody used to make a 6'10" demigod build that could shoot the threes, dunk the ball, had the intimidator so they could play the good defense and all the things, and then they were like, okay, now 7-footers can't shoot for shit. Now Karl Anthony Towns is hitting 3-pointers and winning the 3-point contest, and so realistically, next year we're probably fucked. It's going to be stretch bigs again. Prediction: next year, stretch bigs are going to be a thing again. It's going to be super annoying. I mean, a center, a 7-footer, won the slam dunk competition, or not the slam dunk, but the 3-point competition. Was cheese, lol. Yeah, I mean, bro, the thing about it is, but I was kind of good at point guard, bro. Like, kind of. I mean, mostly my brother Dirt carried me, to be fair. When you really watch those videos, it was more like... And then, what do you mean cheese? You mean cheese as in, like, people would be dribble godding? Or... Because I remember those games as team heavy, dude. At least that's the way I played them with Dirt. Me and Dirt would play team heavy. I'd be moving the ball. Occasionally, I'd hit a three. I'd be able to strip a big man at the rim if I was perfect with my timing. But like most of the time, they'd bully me down there. I remember dribble gods being really annoying. It's been so long since I watched one of those streams. I should take a look at those. Ah, man, I just had such fond memories back then. Yeah, dribble god. Okay, yeah, the dribble god stuff, bro. Agreed. Like MLG used to come through. Remember MLG would come through. There's a couple more that were dribble gods that would come through, and I'd be like, okay, bro. At a certain point, I'd be like, okay, bro, come on, dude. Cool, we get it, dude. We get it, bro. And then they would like. The thing is, they wouldn't just hang out. They'd come in for a few games and they'd fuck off. So it was never really an issue, but yeah, the dribble gods was a lot. I was like, oh, this is fun. You probably saw one of my rants. I used to go on epic rants about, oh, cool, you're holding everybody hostage. This is great. Oh, look, we got another hostage situation. This is wonderful. I used to get so upset about it, dude. I still do thinking about it. I get upset about it because it's like it is the most self-serving, selfish thing you can do. Oh, cool, we get it. You can spam dribble moves. Wow, wow, you're so good at dribbling. Wow, look at you. You're so special. Holding us all hostage. This is great. I used to like put my controller down and just hit my vape. Back when I was vaping, I'd just be like sitting there hitting my vape. Like, go ahead, do what you're gonna do. I guess I'll just be over here, not doing anything. I mean, that's what the zigzag is. It's the extension of dribble god to the degree that they can now. Like they I don't want to say they nerfed dribble god all the way out of the game because I think there are still people that can do really good, that can really dribble, that can actually really dribble. Those people still exist, but it nerfed all the fucking casuals out of it. Those casual dribble god type assholes that would just be spamming buttons and going, look how good I am. Like those assholes became zigzaggers. So it just morphed into something new. So to my point, that kind of self-serving, everybody watch me play asshole is still in the game. They zigzag now instead of dribble godding because dribble godding isn't as easy as it was in 16. In 16, bro, you could literally just spam buttons and look like you knew what you were doing out there. Like you could just be wiggling your stick like a goddamn autistic kid, and people would be like, "Oh shit, look at the fucking he's dribbling like really good." Like, yeah, oh yeah, he's dribbling real good. The fuck is? Hold on, is there dead animals over here? What's this? Whoa. Whoa. Black bears are over here eating stuff? Yo, I found yo, I found animal carcasses, dude. That's dope. Okay, so there's bears over here. That's good to know. But yeah, so those same players still exist. They just now they zigzag and think they're awesome. Just give me the ball. Just give me the ball. I'll get you 3 points. Like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just hang out over here then. Dick. I mean, listen, against certain teams with their like certain teams play really good passing lane defense, and you can get into a little bit of an issue trying to be all pass heavy like I am. I get that. Like I've ran into that for sure. Like at a certain point, somebody's got to go get you a bucket. So there's a value to being an ISO player. I'm not saying there isn't, but to be selfish enough to think that that's all anybody should be doing, just give me the ball. Obviously, just give me the ball. I will win. Like, okay, bro, because 6 of us aren't out here on this court. You know, 3 of us aren't on this team. We got it. It's your team, and we're just, fortunate to be playing with you, you little shithead. Got it. You know what I mean? Those fucking kids. That mentality. And then, oh, I didn't get to touch the ball this possession because you two were playing with each other. Fucking like I started doing that. Me and the other person on the team, like today was the perfect example of that. Me and this level 80. This level 80 was on the court. No one was jumping on with him. So I was like, fuck it, I'll play with this 80. I don't give a shit. Like, I just want to get a game. I'm just trying to get a little rep. So I jumped on with this 80 and a dribble god kid, like I'm talking about. Not a good dribble god. Well, he was good. He could hit his shot, to be fair. Like, he could create his own space and hit his shot. We just needed to clear out. He could get buckets. Quickly, though, the other team realized that he wasn't going to pass out of it. He wasn't the fucking create space and then pass out of it when the help came kind of guy. So they just started doubling and tripling him, and we got dominated. But anyways, that was the end of the game. In the middle of the game, me and this level 80 guy, I think, mutually realized, like individually realized that, like, yo, this kid's not involving us at all. So I passed it into the 80, and the 80 brought it up a little bit, passed it back to me, and I was like, nice, okay, the 80 kid's getting it. Like, let's play around this fucking jack off because he's not going to play with us. You know what I mean? So we got 1 or 2 possessions that way, and I think one of the 2 possessions was successful. The other possession wasn't. Like, we, you know, at the end of the day, he's a level 80. He was 0 for 4 from the floor the whole game, and like, listen, he wasn't very good. I didn't have a much better one. I was like a 1 for 3, but like, we started playing a separate game of basketball outside of this dribble god because we're like, okay, he's not involving us. Let's just, without words, just, you know, basketball knows basketball. You know, we just started playing around this kid for like 2 or 3 possessions, and then this kid started sitting at the end of the court, at the bottom of the court, and not playing defense. He was like, well, I'm not going to fucking, you know, if they're not going to let me have the ball. Like, bro, you're not letting us have the ball, asshole. Like, you're the one. His first 3 possessions of the game is him dribble god, dribble god, dribble god, 3, dribble god, dribble god, dribble god, mid-range shot, dribble god, dribble god, dribble god, dunk. It's like, we get it. You're good enough to do that every time. Gotcha. That doesn't mean we should sit here and watch you do it. Like, we're out here to play basketball too, asshole. So I'm the inbounds guy because I was the big man on this team. So I start giving it to the level 80 guy who's like just happy to have a game, I'm sure. But it's like no one's passing him the ball. He's a level 80. He was a 1 or 2 at the park level. You know what I mean? Like, he was one of those guys. Poop shirt. I was like, I got to give it to this kid. Like, I mean, the kid was terrible. He was truly awful. There's a reason no one was playing with him. But like, bro, he didn't come to he didn't load up his PlayStation 5. He didn't fucking put the game in. He didn't fucking, you know, build a my player so that he could be ignored at the park. Like, that's shitty that still happens. That's horrible. I mean, it sucks because he's bad enough that you probably should ignore the kid. But bro, like, if this fucking dribble god that we were playing with had his way, we would have just, here's your ball. We'll be over here, like, on every possession. It's like, bitch, go play 1v1. There's a 1v1 court in the Ante Up, isn't there? Like, go play 1v1 if you're going to be that guy. Like, that's gross. Motherfucking kid never passed the ball. I don't think he passed the ball once. I think he ended the game with 13 or 14 points. Something like that. Like, he had a good, you know, I think he had a C- grade. I had a B+. I shot the ball once. Had an assist to the 80 at the rim. I had, you know, a couple things. My point is, like, eventually me and this random are playing around this dribble god because he's just so selfish. It's like, we can't involve you. You can't be a part of the play because you're a fucking vacuum. You're Carmelo Anthony. It's like, what are we going to do with that? It's gross. That's why I think it hurts the park a little bit, dude, to be honest. Like, you can't just go get a random game. Because God forbid you get one of those on your team and it breaks your whole fucking day up. You're just like, fuck, why am I even playing this game? That's how I started to feel by the end of like 40 minutes, maybe 40 minutes I was playing Park this morning. I had like 2 or 3 games like that. Where it's like, fuck. Sounds like so. All right, bro. But yeah, it's like, dude, you're fucking ruining the park for everybody. But I'm really good at the game. Okay, cool, dude. Like, there's a way to be good at the game and also be not a selfish prick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm sounding like an old head again. But there's a beautiful jazz. There's a beautiful collaboration involved in basketball that even on the video game can manifest. Right? Like, that's the symphony of the game, dude. These 12-year-olds are like, I'm Steph Curry. Like, okay, dude. You know, Steph Curry doesn't create his own shots that often, right? I mean, do these kids actually watch the games, or are they just watching the highlights? Because if Steph Curry was the Steph Curry they think he was, it wouldn't matter that Draymond Green's injured. But since Draymond Green's been injured, Steph Curry's numbers are down, Klay Thompson's numbers are down, the Warriors are losing. So if Steph's out there getting his own shots, how the fuck are the Warriors losing right now then? Right. Because it's a system. Because it's people working together to create opportunities for Steph and Klay. Yeah. Teamwork. I don't know. I just don't know. How's things, bruh? I don't know. Things are fine, I guess. I've been better. I've been worse. I live in a quiet little corner of the world that isn't that affected by all the fucking tragedies of the all the tragedies of the earth. Thank God. So I got no complaints. More of the same, dude. My only complaints is selfish 12-year-olds at the park on a video game. So I'm doing pretty good, dude. It's going pretty well. Fucking rabbits. I don't want to hunt rabbits, dude. I'm done with hunting rabbits, bro. And most widespread rabbit in the United States. Really? Learn something new every day. I gotta pay my taxes. Or I gotta file, I should say. File my taxes. I still have to do that. Everything's online now. I don't have the passcodes and the information for my work. My work's like done a really good job over the last 10 years of integrating all of the HR type stuff into a website on the internet that, like, well, you could just go. I'll tell you what we're doing now, our new thing is, it's like, bro, I want to be able to go into the office at work and go, hey, I have an issue. Can someone sit down with me and help me resolve this? Like face to face, like humans. And they're like, oh, you can go to Costco.com and sort that. Oh, I can go deal with a fucking bunch of screens. Oh, cool. You'd think I'd be better at that, given I stream on the YouTube and everything. But as you guys know, I'm tech dumb, and I barely know how to start a stream. So every time they say that to me, it pisses me off. Now I'm still on the. They still hand out hard copies of the W-2, so I got a hard copy of my W-2. I'm fine in that way. But when I go to like TurboTax or whatever to like file my taxes, I get all the way to the fucking 90% done, and they're like, we're gonna need to review last year's tax return. I'm like, fuck. I don't have last year's tax return. I know that's a wildly irresponsible thing, but like, I don't have it. I didn't save it. That's not that important to me. It should be. I'm sure there's like, fully adjusted, members of the world all like save their tax returns in a file cabinet and are responsible adults. I'm just not that, dude. I probably made it into a paper airplane and flew it into the neighbor's yard. I don't know. I'm not that guy. So anyways, I don't have last year's. So I'm like, fuck, okay, I got to get last year's. So I go to work. I'm like, yo, can you guys print out last year's W-2? You guys can do that, right? We can. What's your codes and your whatever for the www.whatever.com? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't know. I've never been on there. They're like, you've never been on there? How have you never been on there? Don't you know you can check your paycheck and you can check this and, your benefits, and don't you ever use your... And I'm like, I don't do any of that stuff, dude. The money just shows up on my fucking accounts, dude. I don't do any of that shit. They're like, oh, well, we got to get you a... I was like, yeah, let's do that. And they're like, well, my morning's a little bit... I'm like, oh, my goodness, you guys. So anyways, now I got to go into work and, like, hassle the... She's a sweet lady. Dee Dee's a sweet lady. I love her to death. I've known her for, like, probably 20 years. But, like, she, has a lot... I mean, around tax time, her whole... Like, she's a payroll department or whatever, right? So she is just... It's fucking the Super Bowl for her. So... I got to find a moment when she's not super busy to go in there and be like, yo, can you help me go on the interweb and figure shit out? I just need, truthfully, you can do it from www.com, and get all your information yourself with your code and your password and which I don't know, but like, I'm like, yeah, cool. I don't have a printer though. $50 and let them deal with the headache. True. I don't know where there's an H&R Block around here though. Ooh, there might be one up by that's interesting. I might do that tomorrow. I think there's one up by where the QFC is up the. It's a lot farther that way than I usually go, but I should check. Are they going to require last year's tax return? Because full disclosure, since my parents moved out of state, like my dad always did my taxes. He'd be like, "Hey, it's tax time. You're going to spend the afternoon, get some burgers, and we'll go to the, get the paperwork, and because my filing is really easy. I'm just like, I don't own anything. I just have my, my work and a savings account. It's real fucking cut and dry, simple. Takes 5 minutes, and then me and the old man would get hamburgers and spend the afternoon chopping it up, chit chatting. He'd put, he'd come with an envelope and a fucking stamp or whatever. I'm a spoiled, rotten kid, bro, in that regard. But he'd just come by and he'd be like, "We'll sort this out." And he'd be like, "Okay, so you got this, this." Oh, he's like, "Oh, this is easy." He'd be like, "Bing, bing, bing." And he'd be like, "Okay, we're done." It would take him like 10 minutes. I'm like, "Nice, okay." He's like, "You're getting back about this much money." And I'm like, "Sweet." And then it would be over. We'd get hamburgers. It was a good time. So this is the first time I've actually had to file my own taxes ever in my life. So I'm like, this is annoying. But yeah, I'm down to pay $50 to H&R. That's an interesting idea. I might have to go do that. I mean, all I need is my W-2, right? They find everything for you? Oh, really? Okay. I'll have to figure that out. How long do I have on that? Oh, till like the 15th of April, right? I still have like a month. I mean, I'm not going to put it off a month, but I'll probably procrastinate a little while. Because that's who I am. I'm Captain Procrastination. I'm probably getting some money back, too. I'm probably rich as shit, dude, to be honest. I never pay money. You know what I mean? Usually it's thousands of dollars. It's like, oh, cool. Put that in my savings account. I'll never touch it. Yeah, we're heading into that time of the year where I'm dumb rich. For me, my standards, dumb rich, because I got bonuses at work in April, I think, or May. I get a bonus, or twice a year I get the bonus. So I get thousands of dollars there, and then my tax return, thousands of dollars there. Plus, I already make really good. I'm sounding like an asshole right now, but like this is where I'm really, really, really flush. This is that period of time where I'm really, really flush. This is the time of the year where like I hope a new video game console comes out, or like a big expense. Like, do I need a new gaming chair? Or do I need a new? You know what I mean? Like, this is where I make that big purchase of the year. This year, I don't think I have a big purchase. I might get like I don't want to say a bedroom set, but like I might get like a new mattress possibly, because I have like a foam mattress thing that I sleep on that was supposed to be the right size to fit inside the tent, because I was sleeping in the tent for a while. The tent's shit the bed. Like I might buy the new tent. That's interesting, because summer's coming and it's gonna get fucking warm. I'm sure for US, but yeah, I think end of April generally. Mrs. Mox does ours. We already have our return. Work from home helped us a lot with return. Nice, yeah, definitely. So like, I think I want to get the tent probably this year, because then I get the tent and then I like the AC unit into the tent. I keep the inside of the tent cool so that I can sleep when it's warm out. That might be the thing. All new furniture for the first time. Nice, dude. Yeah, I haven't done new furniture in a while. Other than this gaming chair, I think last year I did the gaming chair maybe, which is starting to get beaten up. To be honest, I've already lost one of the arm things already came off. So this one on right here is just fucking, yeah. So it's not. I mean, I've been beating this thing up. I sit in it every day, so it's tough. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't. There's a part of me that's like, hey, how about you don't have a cool expense, then don't spend money. Like, I don't really need to buy, anything. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a cool tent to put my bed in. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed that when I had the tent to sleep in. It sounds so stupid to say out loud, but like I really, really liked it. The enclosedness of it, but I don't know. I had a power strip in there. I ran a power strip into the tent with plug-ins, so like I had my alarm clock in there. I could plug in my phone in there. It was like when it's time to go to bed, I could shut the world out, and I was just in my little enclosed cocoon space, with foam mattress in there and stuff, blankets and what have you. It was just like my own private little space, dude. I think I want to go back to that. To be honest, I've missed that. I've learned to sleep without the enclosed space, but I do think that's what I might do. I might look into like getting a nice tent for the room. I gotta measure the bedroom so I know what kind of space I have. But get like a nice little tent that I can put my mattress into. That might be the play. Now that I think about it, because that won't be a crazy expense, a couple $100, and then I can still feel good about saving most of the, tax return slash bonus money, putting it into the bank because I've been really fucking disciplined about that the last couple of bonuses slash tax returns. I've been really stacking the savings up because the world's gonna explode and I need all my money in a bank where I can't get to it. Um, so that's important to me, on that level. But no, it won't be a crazy expense. It's a couple $100, spend $400 or $500 on a nice tent. That'd be pretty cool, bro. That'd be pretty cool. That's awesome. Wait, see, now I got like that's gonna be dope. I mean, an indoor tent. It's not gonna ever go outside. It's just gonna be an indoor tent. But dude, it's been a while since I looked at tent. Dude, I love looking at tents too. I still build pillow forts all the time, Nick, and I'm 50 next year. Bro. I'm saying, there's something about the enclosed space, dude. I really enjoy it. Plus the idea, I love camping. I always sleep best when I'm camping. So it artificially simulates the sleeping in the woods experience to a degree for me. You know what I mean? I never slept better than when I was out at the property with my father and the brothers and stuff. Family trips on the weekend or whatever, or camping trips on the summer with extended family and friends and what have you. We did quite a bit of camping as a kid, and I never slept better than when I was out in the woods. So artificially manufacturing that to a degree with a tent in the bedroom, bro, is good. It's better than you guys might even think. I mean, Mox knows what I'm talking about with the pillow forts and stuff. But bro, it's good. It's actually good. If I sleep well. Plus, it gives me an excuse to shut it down. You know what I mean? It's hard to turn off all this electronics I have. I have a lot of cool toys. I have a nice little setup here, guys. Wall full of movies behind me. I mean, it goes all the way over there. And there's television shows and everything. I got just wall full of entertainment, YouTubes and Twitches and streams and GTA RP and podcasts that I watch. Plus PlayStation 5 and all the video games and it's bro, double screens. I can really, really distract myself from sleeping. Keep myself from sleeping with all this fun. So having a place that I can and I'm enclosed in there. Maybe I just have my phone to plug in, but that's it. Look up a nebula light. $50 projects, the Milky Way on the ceiling. Oh, that would be pretty good. It would open that tent. True. Assuming I leave the top off the tent. Because if it's not summer, I would definitely leave the top off the tent so I could see something like that. But if it's summertime, I got to close the top of the tent, and then I would have the AC unit blowing into the tent. So the tent sides of the tent would be would be blowing the cold air into the tent. So the inside of the tent would be, cold air. So I could stay chill while the room is 95 degrees because I don't have air conditioning. Because for those 3 months in the summer, it gets stupid hot. And my apartment is cold as shit in the winter and hot as fuck in the summer. It's annoying. So for those 3 months in the summer, I'm going to need to be able to kick my AC unit that I have. I have a standalone portable one. I need to be able to shoot it into the tent so that the inside of the tent is, the correct degrees so I can attempt to sleep. Otherwise, I'm just sitting there sweating in my bed, and that's the worst. But yeah, when it's not that time, a nebula light, I know what you're talking about, where it has the stars in the sky. I know exactly what you're talking about. That would be dope. I also want to get fake plants. This is where I get into the crazy place. I also want to get fake plants and put them around the tent. So I open the bedroom door and I'm in a forest. That'd be sick. If I had my own house, if I had my own place with my own room that was actually mine, I would paint I would literally commission somebody to come in and paint fucking trees on the wall. I actually would. Like a 12-year-old. I'm honest to God I would. And I'd put fake, I'd have them, you have no idea. If I had the infinite resources, the kind of dumb shit I would get into, I promise you, I'd live in a tree fort. It'd be dope. I'd live in a tree, rope swings, the whole vibe, dude. Because I'm 42, or almost 42. Wait, 2K. What was it? 22. It's 22 this year, right? Yeah. So in July, I'm 42 years old. So I'm not exactly young myself, but I refuse to be an adult. That sounds like no fun at all. So yeah, I gotta bother Dee Dee. That reminds me, I gotta see. This is the best thing about these hunting streams is like it's such an innocuous like nothing game that like I can't really get lost in it. It gives me room for my mind to wander. This is good. I gotta write that down. Make sure to bother Dee Dee about the W2, or just go to H&R. I don't want to go to H&R though. That sounds so horrible. I'd love to be able to do it myself with one of these websites. I really would. That'd be a big feather in my cap if I could do my own taxes. You know, through one of these free websites or whatever, TurboTaxes or whatever. Because, like I said, I spent, maybe an hour on it like a week or two ago and got to like 95%. And they're like, we need to see last year's return before we can continue or whatever. Like, we just need to check last year's. Like, it's part of it's part of their process or whatever. There was no skip option. Peter Pan syndrome, 100%, dude. Full ostrich, head in the sand. The worries and concerns of the world, I can't be bothered with them. Don't want to be bothered with them. I'm not mature enough to process any of those. Don't want any part of it. I've been getting a little bit of that at work. It's been quite the bummer. So Russia and Ukraine, I'm like, oh fuck. I have to like walk away from people that I genuinely enjoy, whose company I genuinely enjoy. I'm like, fuck, I got, okay. So, anyways, I gotta, like, I'm not trying to, I don't want to know about any of this. I mean, it's not that I don't want to know, but like, I don't want to carry that around. It's too heavy. That stuff's too heavy, dude. So like, I've had to avoid breaks at work because like all the guys at break are just like, it's, a recreational topic for these kids. It's like, this is gross, dude. Like, what? What? Because our people aren't dying. It's fascinating now. Now it's fascinating. I don't know. That's too heavy of a conversation for this kind of a recording. But like, bro, yeah, to the point where I'm walking away from people who I genuinely enjoy the company of. I'm like, and we're done talking. like, I video games, candies, best cereal, a cool movie you watched last night, my brother told me this funny joke. I'm all in. That stuff, love it. I love all that kind of crap, cool, funny anecdote from your childhood, this sort of stuff, love it. But you want to talk serious shit, like adult shit, like, the state of the world shit, lose me, miss me with that shit. Can't be bothered. Don't want it in my life. It doesn't bring me any joy. It doesn't bring me any happiness. I will carry it around. I will carry it around. Like, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday last week. I came back from break and almost started crying while I was throwing freight. I was like, what is wrong with me? I realized I just sat through 15 minutes of a war update from all the fucking dudes at work that were just discussing missiles and because a couple of them are ex-military, so they're discussing the actual amount of damage a missile can do, square foot, and I'm just like doing the math on that, going, oh, if those are landing in civilian areas, there's how many dead people, and fucking, I got really overwhelmed. It was like, I think it was not this last week, maybe it was the week before, but it was like Wednesday or Thursday. I almost started fucking crying as I was working. I'm like, how is that fucking, I don't know. I've done this speech before on one of my recordings. I don't remember if it was last week or when it was, but I was like, how is that a recreational conversation? How is that just like so this missile could, I guess it's because these guys are ex-military. It's kind of like talking shop. You know what I mean? You get desensitized to that a little bit. For someone like myself, who's, like you said, full Peter Pan, I was like, this is a lot. This is like more than I want to take in. Like, this is the amount of fucking death and destruction that they were talking about, like with smiles on their faces, just like, yeah, fuck, wild. That's a cool missile. That one fucking, I'm just like, wow, dude, like, yeah, how cool is that it's just destroying people and families, and kids don't have mothers, and like, I got really overwhelmed. Maybe I was just bored because there wasn't enough to do at work. I don't know, but like, I got emotionally overwhelmed, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna avoid this topic, even though I'm technically talking about it right now. But I was like, no, I don't think I'm the guy that should have this kind of information. It does not sit well with me. It makes me very, very, very sad. So, yeah, it's not a lack of giving a shit. It's the opposite, I think, is true. I think I can fucking I don't know. I think I wear I that sounds so douchey. I feel things really heavily. Like that's douchey, but like I do. It fucks me up. So I don't. I try to avoid those kinds of heavy like real life stuff. I don't do well with it. I'm not equipped for that sort of stuff. I'm not an adult. I'm like 12. You wouldn't tell your 12-year-old about all the death and destruction and families getting blown up and stuff, right? I saw how weird my older brother Josh was when he came back. I saw the effects of that on him. He was over there driving gas trucks during the whole Iraq thing, and saw him come back different, like different, and he got out. He got out good. He got out like in relatively unscathed, short of like mental stuff or whatever. But he came back different. He came back waking up, screaming, choking his girlfriend type stuff. He came back different. Like, and that's the winning team, quote unquote, winning team. You know what I mean? I can only imagine. It's just too heavy. It's too heavy. I don't like it. Video games, candy, best cereal. That's the stuff I like to talk about. I want to stay in that happy world. Hugs and smiles and high fives and you know what was funny yesterday? Some shit happened. This will make you laugh. That type of stuff, dude. Being the customer at the grocery store. This is just one almost exclusively for me, maybe. But I have a certain grocery store I go to. A certain register lady that I like, and when she sees me in line, she smiles. I'm like, that's awesome. I brought a little bit of fucking, oh, it's Nick. To this lady's day. She's mother of two, Pakistani lady that works at this grocery store, and she just kind of has her head down. She does her thing, but she sees me in the line, and she goes, like she brightens up, like, oh, here's the guy who's happy and sunshine and not in a fucking not going to yell at me about the price of a fucking candy bar. I've seen those people doing that at the register. By the way, you guys are assholes. If you're yelling at people in customer service situations, you're a fucking piece of shit. Can I just say that out loud? Like, what the fuck? Oh, you're having a bad day? You're going to take it out on somebody who can't fight back? Oh, yeah, you're a real fucking strong human being, you piece of shit. Anyways, like, having that positive interaction with her and vice versa. If I don't see her at the Reggie, I'm like, oh, that sucks. Because she always goes, did you find everything today? And I go, yep, best store ever. And she goes, best store ever. And she says it back to me like, it's our little back and forth. We have a pleasant back and forth. This nice old lady and me at this grocery store. And the other people at the grocery store give her weird eyes sometime. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are they giving her weird eyes? She's the best one. The other ones are horrible American dirtbags that are like, feel privileged to fucking, like, feel like the store should be privileged to have them working there and like treat the job like a joke and fucking chit chat and drink coffee up front while there's work to be done. Meanwhile, this lady's burning around the place trying to get everything accomplished with her head down, like clearly worn out from fucking carrying the weight of all these fucking lazy employees she works with. But she's the bad one. They all fucking snipe at her. It's like, what the fuck are you, bro? The world is fucked. And that's just an interaction I have with the lady at the register at the grocery store I go to on the way home from work. I've dissected it to that degree. And that's a fucking 3-minute conversation, a 3-minute interaction once a day, maybe 4 times a week. And I know that there's at least 3 employees that like to snipe at her. A couple employees that'll talk shit about her behind her back. Like if she's not at the register and she's over there, they'll be like, she's so-and-so. Well, fuck, I don't remember what her name is, to be fair. I haven't learned it. It's not important to me or to our back and forth at all. We don't really use names. Hello, sir. She's just a sweet lady, a super nice lady. Tonight I'm making, she always tells me what she's making. She always tells me what she's making for her family that night. She's like, you going to go home and sleep? I'm going to go home and sleep. And she's like, tonight I think I'm making, it's like I will make this or that. I'm like, ooh, that sounds fancy. She's like, yeah, it's not that hard to make. She's always telling me what she's making for dinner because she's always thinking about dinner, I guess. Probably because there's groceries coming across her counter like all morning. You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, my daughter likes when I make, traditional Pakistani food for her white friends and whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Just sweet lady. Sweet lady. I don't know where I was going with that. But that's the kind of shit I like. I like the positive little, like, happy moment shared with another individual. That's what I like. It's routine, but in a comforting way. It's not heavy. We don't go too deep. What's she making for dinner? What am I planning to do today? Probably video games. Maybe take a nap. Maybe she'll comment on what I have as my groceries, Oh, pita bread or whatever. Oh, you bought hummus. I'm like, yeah, I like hummus. Yes, a little celery and hummus. Very nice. I'm like, yeah. And it's just like one of the best relationships in my life is this sweetheart of an old lady at the grocery store. She's just a super nice lady, and it's wonderful. It's never she's never in a bad mood. Maybe it's because she's at work. I wonder if she was like a normal human and we had that kind of interaction, if it would be totally different. Probably would be. I'm probably just enjoying her customer service skills, to be fair. It's like she's a stripper. She really likes me, though. No, like, I think she genuinely enjoys seeing me, though. And vice versa. Like, when she's not there, I'm like, I'll get my groceries, but this is a bummer, dude. The other people are, like, in a hurry, and they're fucking, you want a bag, sir? They're, like, not happy to be there. Ask her name. No, her name's on her. We don't do that, bro. It's been like 3 years. We don't do that, dude. This is to my point. Like, I'm not trying to go that deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to learn her name. She's not trying to learn my name. She's never asked it. That's my whole point, bro. It's like surface. It's surface, but in a way that lifts us both up. It's surface in a way that, like, improves both of our experiences. And doesn't need to be more than that. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. She's just a nice old lady, with teenage-aged kids. She's just trying to get through her shift at the grocery store. I'm just trying to get a little groceries. I'm always sore and dirty. My hands are covered in dirt. Just sore and, like, hobbling. Not really moving well because it's after work, so, like, muscles are sore and, just rode the bike over from the warehouse to the grocery store. So some days I'm just exhausted. I'm just like, ugh. And she can read that on those days. She doesn't hit me with a ton of questions or what she's making for dinner that night. Going home and sleep. Like, those are the days when she goes, going home and sleep. I'm going home to sleep. Yeah, tired. Have a good day. Have a good day. It's very quick. It's the best. It's the best. It's so good. We're not solving the world's problems. We're not fucking, learning about each other's fucking whole entire lives, per se. It's just a pleasant interaction once a day. Perfect. Perfect. She should have her own store. If she had her own store, I'd go shop at her store. The rest of those Cracker Barrels in there with their, hello there, how are you today? And they're like looking at the receipt to find the name on the discount card number that I use, which is my mom's name, Gwen. So they know it's not me. So they don't use it. But every time they do this thing, like, let me look at the receipt and pretend like I know your name. They try and do that move. And I'm like, fuck that shit. They do that at the bank too. Hey, so how are you today? Nick. It's like, okay, bro. We're not pals. Don't do that. It's fake. It's not real. You're on the bullshit. It's not authentic. It's not honest. Truthfully, the fucking back and forth me and this old lady have at the grocery store probably isn't honest either, but I'm convinced that it is. I'm convinced that it's a highlight of her morning. And I'm not shucking and jiving. I'm not being a fucking, clown. I'm not like, today I'm going to, I'm just myself. Quiet little moment. I'm just trying to get through it. She's just trying to get through it. It's perfect. I'm really overthinking this, but that's kind of the only interaction I have with real people. I mean, I don't count the people at work. I'm too busy working. I got way off topic on that. I don't know where I was going with that. I've lost my train of thought. I guess where I was going with that is that's as invested as I want to be in anything. I don't want to be locked. I mean, listen, if we get into some shit as a country, if we get into some shit, I'm going to pay attention a little bit. Because, our people are fucking paying the ultimate price or whatever. Like I got to be paying a little bit of attention. It's disrespectful not to, right? But if it's not our countries, if we've decided we're not in it, then let's not be in it. Why are we recreationally? I guess is what I'm saying. Why are we recreationally getting in it? I don't know. Schools and roads, bro. Schools and roads. I definitely hit one. I think. Damn it! Did I not hit that one? It's a Super Bowl. She doesn't even follow football. That was the last one that I thought was funny. Last thing, I was like, it's kind of a holiday. She goes, yes, it's kind of a holiday. I don't follow American football, but everybody seems very excited about the Super Bowl. I was like, yeah, Super Bowl is kind of a big deal. We take it pretty serious up here. Yeah, so it's kind of an excuse for people to get together with family. She goes, oh, I like that. That's nice. That's nice. It's like, yeah, Super Bowl is basically an American holiday. It's like, you know, legit a pure American holiday, dude. Which is kind of wild to think that like we don't really have any pure just American holidays, right? Per se. Oh, and the old guy, the crazy old racist that sweeps the floors at the grocery store, bro. I could go on and on about all the people at the grocery store. To be fair, there's a bunch of them that I like over there. There's some good people over there. To be honest, it's not just the one lady, but there's a handful of people over there that are pretty cool. But hit that? I didn't hit that. Damn it. That was the first time I actually saw a raccoon on this game. I didn't hit it. Damn. Trying to think of other people. Friendly strangers, as it were. I'm sure everybody has their friendly strangers. The guy at the bank, there's a Filipino guy at the bank that, like, I don't go to the bank often enough anymore, but I used to go to the bank often enough that the Filipino guy that would usually be with the glasses that usually be working there, be like, hey bud, like, you know, like he was friendly, like he, you know, I don't think he remembered my name necessarily without his, you know, the screen or whatever, but laundry day, like he'd ask me about if I needed quarters, you know, because like I would get quarters a lot, I still do, for laundry. Which, speaking of which, I got to get that in here soon. What time is it? Can't be 9 o'clock yet. But yeah, as another example of a friendly stranger, I like a friendly stranger. Why do I like a friendly stranger? I got to unpack that, honestly. I think it's because then, like, there's no expectations past, you know, conversational pleasantries. I don't want to go deep, you know? I don't want to get to know anybody. I don't want to fucking make lifelong friendships. I'm not into that shit, dude. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. Outside of like a pleasant conversation and a quick back and forth, you know, a pleasant back and forth. That's, you know, I'm not trying to make friends, dude. I don't need any friends. I don't want friends. I think I'm like my dad, dude. My old man doesn't have any friends. My pops doesn't really have friends per se. People he's nice to, people he's pleasant with, but like I don't think he has one number he can call. Which, as a kid, I was like, that's sad. How come dad doesn't have friends? Like, it bummed me out, but like as I get older, I'm like, no, I get it. I get it. There's a lot of expectations and obligations and fucking stuff like that comes with having, like, you know, long time friends, dude. It's exhausting. I get real tired of it real quick. Oh, that's a bush. Damn it, that looked like an animal, didn't it? Now as I'm getting to like the age my pops was when I started having those realizations, I'm realizing myself that like I get it. I get why he didn't have people. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I come from codependent stock. I wouldn't say that there's any biological imperative to like link up in my DNA. I know some people that can't be alone, bro. I don't understand those people at all. Like, there's nothing I enjoy more. Although you can make the case that just streaming in general, being on the internet like this, camera in my face, would beg to differ that I like being alone. Because, like, I do really enjoy this kind of interaction at this distance through a camera with a chat and the whole thing. But, bro, like, some people literally cannot be alone. They're just making a phone call. The second the room gets quiet, they're making a phone call trying to get hold of somebody. So what are you doing, man? You hanging out? You cool? That's cool. Like, they cannot just sit. It's crazy. What's wrong with those people? I don't get that at all, bro. I revel in my alone time, my quiet time. A weekend with nothing to do? Oh, my God. It's heaven. This weekend's a busy one, bro. I got to run a cable bill tomorrow, so I got to get my laundry done today. I got, like, you know, clean the apartment up. I got a lot of stuff to do this weekend, like busybody stuff. Might do the H&R thing tomorrow. That'd be interesting. I might ride down there, just see what the play is on that. I wonder if they still. I think they might have a location, like in between, like where this grocery store was, and there's a bank over there too. I'm gonna have to see, because if that spot's still there, dude, like I might could just go in there and get my taxes done. I don't have to hang out and sit in there, right? I can like give them the stuff and like, take a walk, come back. I wonder how long it'll take them. I've never been to one of those spots before. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta get to this outpost over here so I can call it a day. I haven't killed anything. I've done a good job of ranting today, but I haven't really killed anything. All right, Edge of the World map opened. Right? Is that it? We got it? Yep. Whole map is open. Look at that, bro. Wow. There's like no empty spots now. I got it all. That's dope. Bro. Cool map. I've really enjoyed this map. Mississippi map is pretty dope, dude. The next time I play, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get that outpost. I'm going to get this outpost. I'm going to get this outpost. I'm going to get all these outposts, obviously. There's like 5 of them up there. Damn. That's a lot of outposts. There's one over here, too. Damn. I've missed a bunch of outposts, huh? All right. Well, we'll leave it here, guys. That was a fun Sunday morning. I'm glad I got a chance to rant about some things. Oh. All right, I'm probably going to play some 2K later, but I don't know if it's going to be on stream. Keep your eyes out for that. If I do play some 2K later, and I'm looking for homies, I'm gonna type Park in the Discord and in capital letters, so keep